You guys gave me a lot of grief over the FPC review. A lot of you didn't actually listen to the review, you just shared your opinion. So hopefully this time around, you might actually listen, because the Smith and Wesson Response is actually okay. I use okay loosely, but it's okay. Let's go to range and shoot it. Smith and Wesson Response, kind of the second coming of the FPC, the folding pistol carbine, which a lot of you guys had a lot of engagement on the review, which I appreciate. And a lot of you guys kind of roasted me a little bit how critical I was on that product. Part of reviews for me here on the channel is since I pay for these guns. They're not sent to me for free. A lot of these, like this one I bought, because I wanted to see out of my own curiosity. And I told a lot of you guys in that first review, I felt Smith and Wesson would come back a second time around, similar design without the foldy. Well, and that's what we got here. This is Smith and Wesson Response. This gun's been out now maybe a month and a half, 2 months. Not bad. There are some cool things about it that I like, and there are some things that you as a consumer should know about, because it's gonna be a little different than a lot of carbines in that 9mm. Number one, it's a gas blowback type rifle. It is a 16-inch overall length threaded barrel. It is standard 1913 full top rail, M-lock, M&P. Since it is an M&P product, they have the M&P grip module. Flat face trigger, takes the 23 round M&P extended magazines. Some good furniture, the Magpul stock. But if you listen, it's all plastic. It's 90% plastic, minus the barrel, trigger, bolt, but this is pretty much all a polymer PC. Now, it is very lightweight, right? It's very lightweight. Even the charging handle has a majority of a polymer feature to it. Now, I haven't got too much time on this to explore whether there are some aftermarket accessories on it, but at the price point of what this gun comes in at, I don't know if I would be too crazy to spend a ton of money upgrading the Response. And if you don't know which gun you have, of course, you can just look at the side of the gun and it'll tell you Response on the side. So it's a fun gun. The recoil impulse, Christian saw it today as well. You definitely know you're shooting a gas blowback type rifle. If you guys look real close, you can see the carbon here. Running a CGS shorty suppressor up front. Everything was back down the gun. Not a big deal there, that's expected. But it is a threaded 1/2x28 up front. And I'm running the optics bare red dot up front here. This is going to be something we're going to do its own review on at a later date, but this is going to give you guys some pause when we talk about Chinese optics. The one cool thing about the Response, actually let's back up a little bit and I'll show you a couple of things. Number one, flat face trigger is actually very nice, very good reset. You know, trigger is great. Very impressive trigger. Single side safety, as I mentioned earlier, M&P grip module with the inner back straps. But what you get is the flex magwell. And what that allows you to do is a flex, I say flux? I think I said flux. It's flex. But it allows you to run Glock 33 round stick magazines out of the Smith and Wesson M&P Response. Pretty cool. This gives you just 10 more rounds than the magazine it comes with. I'm not for sure why. I didn't even know maybe there aren't 33 round magazines of this. I would assume there would be, but I believe these are just regular M&P magazine extended that'll fit in a handgun. So that's the reason why they're shaped this way. But this is pretty cool. It literally just swaps out the M&P lower for the Glock lower, or excuse me, magwell for magwell. Pretty cool design. I looked in the instruction manual. I haven't swapped them out yet. I'll probably do a swap out and then do a follow-up video. But it doesn't look too complicated, but it's not something I might do at the range. And again, I haven't got into it too much yet. I just grabbed this rifle this week. So this is kind of my first impressions video, more or less. But I am very much pleased with this not being the foldy. I think this could have been the first iteration from Smith and Wesson. The FPC thing, it for some of you guys out there, you loved it. Guys like me, wasn't so much a fan. But again, we shot the thing today. It shoots great, very accurate, very easy to shoot, very lightweight. If you had youths in the home, teenagers, whatever, wanted to get into maybe a low cost PCC, this could be an option for like a beginner PCC shooter, somebody who's obviously competing at an intermediate level. This may not be the gun for them. But again, I don't have enough data to show what upgrades can be done to this thing as of yet. It definitely needs something for the recoil impulse. You hear that twang of the spring, that blowback system, that's definitely annoying. You definitely feel it. Granted, it's not 9mm, but you would definitely have a recoil impulse that does take you off target. So something to consider on that aspect of it. But at the end of the day, this is the new Smith and Wesson Response. This is maybe the, like I meant earlier, FPC 2.0. I like it. Again, it's much better than the foldy previous predecessor to this gun. You guys will see these in the stores. They're obviously out there now. I'll probably have a follow-up video on this one before it finds a new home. We'll obviously swap out the magazine. I'm gonna look into some options here. And then of course, I'll probably throw a light, some M-LOK rail panels. We'll spruce it up a little bit, let you guys see what it can be or what it could look like. And I may look into something other than a suppressor for the front end. If there's a 9mm 1/2x28 flash hider out there, I might look at one of those and see what I can do to help mitigate some of the recoil impulse and flash. But a suppressor, it just keeps pushing everything back up the gun, which is not a big deal if you're shooting outside. But again, I would prefer to have a little more of that gas and carbon out the front. But it is what it is for what you pay for these things. I think there's $700 MSRP, so street price are probably low sixes. That's what I got for you guys today on the Smith & Wesson Response, the newest 16-inch full-length polymer 9mm gas blowback carbine. Until next time, be well, take care.